Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm here with Usama. Welcome back to Bits. Today we're talking about what it takes to run a company that never sleeps. So, Usama, why did CrossRealms create a 24/7 network and security operations center?
Hello, Sam. Hello, everyone. Candidly, it was by mistake. Um, a customer called us and said, "Hey, can you guys do this?" And we thought about it, had a couple of meetings with the team, and everybody thought, "Why not? Let's start this." And that's how it all started 3 years ago.
Can you talk a little bit about how your team pulled that off?
It wasn't easy. Let's just say there was a lot of back and forth. But I think the best solution that we came up with then was setting up those 4 hour shifts. The 4 hour shift made it a lot easier. And from there, we kind of started just adding more people, more trainings, and it became easier. But definitely, it wasn't easy in the beginning.
So, I know you mentioned the 4-hour shifts. How does it work with different time zones and handing off projects from person to person?
I would say the hardest thing was just developing these standard operating procedures for the handoff, because really to provide a smooth handoff, there's a lot of things that you have to check against to make sure that there aren't any open tickets, there aren't any open investigations, there isn't anything critical. But over time, as people practiced it and did it over and over and fixed upon it, it became easier.
Do you have trainings that help employees learn that or certifications just in general that you guys use?
Well, we're an engineering company first, so almost all of the technical staff have to go through a lot of certifications in the beginning just to get a shift. And then from there, there's continuous education, continuous certifications, all the way up to a technical architect level. So it's definitely needed, especially when you're dealing with the 24/7 operations, because you can't really escalate and you don't want to escalate. If somebody is really competent and capable, they don't need to escalate because they can resolve it. They're certified in it. They know how to handle it. And I think for us, it was really necessary to lean into more certifications and more training for all the staff.
Yeah, it really seems like it would foster independence for each of your employees as well. So, you mentioned having each team learn from one another. Can you give an example of what that looks like in practice?
Actually, I would say that was one of the hardest things that we had to accomplish with all these disparate teams. We needed to figure out a way for them to meet together so that they get to know each other personally, and then we needed somehow to get that across different countries. And the best solution we came up with is weekly meetings in each country, and then common projects for individuals and engineers from each country to work together with others on accomplishing those projects. And that turned out to be a really good uh, process and a really good solution in order to accommodate kind of the disparate distances.
So, I know you're about 3 years into it. How is this all working out so far?
Well, I'm not sure about the engineers. I bet some of them would hate their graveyard shift. But for us as a company and for the employees basically working throughout the day or the night, the nice thing about it is you don't have to be always on call. In the old days, we had to, for instance, find out that there's an outage or a customer calls in, etc. With the 24/7, it made it a lot easier because there's people monitoring, people watching. When a customer calls, usually they're 20, 30 minutes behind. We're way ahead of the curve. And that was really helpful. It's just less stressful to work in IT when you don't have to worry about something bad happening and nobody knowing about it.
And some people are night owls, so maybe it's better to have a night shift. Who knows? So, would you do it again?
Oof. I wished I knew what I did back when. I didn't. I think it was a gutsy and reckless move. However, definitely the right thing for the company and the employees and the customers.
That's good. Sometimes you got to take risks. All right. Well, thank you, Usama, and thanks to those watching. We'll see you next time on Bits.